to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Kansas State Wildcats. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Kansas State's offense will go on the attack first. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision. He can cut. And it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to pass, it's locked. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That is slipped out. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 for the first down. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Oakland. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Off the play fake. Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score. They'll leave it with him. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own colored jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Using his legs, it's Edwards. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Kansas State in business in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's locked. Under fire. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. And they'll try to break the seal on the 2nd quarter by putting 3 on the board. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Morgan. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the 1st down.
Now the play fake. Escapes the sack. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Wolverines are on the move. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2.
Sneaks it in.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Locke. Unloads to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. Hard running there. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the ball's free in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Release by the QB. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
2 straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals. 5 points of pressure and prioritize holding on to the ball.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where the his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity.
Lots of room to run. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Wants to throw. It's locked. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Setting up the screen. Quick step and go. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the... And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. They put on the heat and they blocked it. And they scoop it up. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Got a man. It's Smith. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it first and 10 inside the 30. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Off play action on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly...
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Moore. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Touchdown, Wolverines! The putting it in on that drive.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not one, not two, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Running back searching for a hole. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right down the middle. Hauls it in. And he gets the first down, but, man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Scanning the field, it's Kennedy. Under fire. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of
throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Kansas State. Great job by the back on the option.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
So here comes the Michigan offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown, Michigan. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 24 to Duke. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Kennedy. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
The Wildcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt cut. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. Great place to start for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. There he goes. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to march in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And the returner will be dragged down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Kennedy. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Wolverine. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.